Greetings, fellow citizens of the world. We are Anonymous. We represent freedom. We oppose oppression. We are an evolution of the technological system. Wherever liberty is at risk, Anonymous will stand and fight. Anonymous has been watching an extraordinary cyber awakening. Expanded awareness. An unawakened people weakens the ruling control system. The internet is taking down mass control. The big media groups controlling news are no longer the sole owners of information. With the internet, the small are no longer speechless. They have a voice. The world is opened, the barriers fall, the separation ends, the togetherness starts, the collaboration and help emerges. You bond to whomever you want. You explore whatever you may want to. And when the world comes together, the system shall fall. A video viralized on social networks, and millions of revolted internet users who say we have had enough of disinformation disease, refusing to continue to be infected. You go after the truth. Make sure you remember their words and their lies, and understand that they are attempting to affect your mind with propaganda. Silently, people are waking up and realizing how crazy it is to live in a society of propaganda and injustices. If we the people do not fight back, the evil rulers of this world will keep striking victoriously, become ungovernable. When injustice becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. Anonymous will fight for you. We fight in the dark to serve the light. Agents of disinformation are infiltrating the net to fade the truth into darkness. We must not give our consent. In the words of the great philosopher Plato, your silence gives consent. Lift up your voices and let them be heard. On the internet, and in real life, everywhere, every moment is a good moment to plant seeds of truth and awareness. Anonymous has witnessed your courage and your compassion, and we are here. Being anonymous is to carry on the struggle for truth and justice on your own terms, without any room for compromise or negotiation with ruling institutions. Let us refuse to compromise of the injustices that exist and freedoms that have already been ripped away from societies and the people time and time again. We will not be silent. We will not comply, nor will we compromise on injustices and truth. Freedom can only be realized by freedom, and for that there is no compromise. Like the words of the revolutionary Malcolm X, nobody can give you freedom. Nobody can give you equality or justice or anything. If you're a man, you take that. Anonymous in action is the revolution. We are the revolution. As long as there are injustices, Anonymous will resist. We will fight for the sake of the people. To live is to fight. To fight is to live. We are not a part of your system. We are not governed by your laws. We will take our own freedoms. We will rebel against the killing machines. Far too long have we been manipulated. The system isn't failing you. It was designed this way. We have tried being diplomatic when laws are unconstitutional and went through proper channels to change the laws. However, these changes have not impacted the greater scheme of things. Throughout history, the world has been controlled by an elite ruling class. These control systems are all forms of slavery that have stopped our evolution. We cannot change the system. That was never built for us. From inside out. Those of you who have tried and joined the legal system and became police officers, judges, lawyers and politicians quickly learn they become a part of the system, and those who work in the armed forces are the first line of defense for their control system. The moment we decide to become somebody in this world, we are no longer free because we are now a part of their system. Only someone who wants nothing cannot be controlled. Consumerism and popularized entertainment sources are all a part of an elite control system that deeply connects all things. Your water, air, and food. Everything has been poisoned. Compromise with the ruling institutions that claim to represent the people proves the depth of the struggle for those against their dominations. Free yourselves and break the chains of fear that kept you locked into the system. Make a choice to stand for your freedom. Let us refuse to continue to be a slave. All forms of slavery have stopped our evolution and removed our freedom. The principles of Anonymous are not merely an ethical stance. It is a hard lesson that history has repeated over and over again in every revolutionary experience. Anonymous will continue to expose all deceptions, corruption and manipulation, and relentlessly reveal truth. If we can break the robotic loyalty of those who never question what they are told, because the first level of the control system are our civil servants, together we will overcome. We will show them that we cannot be killed or swept aside by oppressors and tyrannical governments. Together we will rise. We must take a stand and be the revolution. Resistance is the byproduct of abuse, oppression and human rights violations. The time for change is now. No longer shall the people be slaves to corruption. The memory of suffering is one thing that cannot be taken away. Let's reboot the system and resist. The idea of Anonymous cannot be locked up in a single concept because as laws and times change, Anonymous evolves. Anonymous is a way of life, and life is subjective. Those who are anonymous are the ones who choose to live it on their own terms. The term anonymous has been popularized to undermine the ideas of anonymous, and the desire of elitists to defile the idea of anonymous has been ineffective. Many fake imposters who pose as anonymous to derail the movement have rejuvenated the spirit of many to continue efforts to awaken as many people as possible, by distributing information in all forms, especially media where we can use repetition, to make the message sink in. Those who choose to embrace the idea of Anonymous evolve an attempt to live out their repulsion, while still teaching others. Anonymous will stand against the users and abusers, the illegitimate, the war criminals and the corrupted. We are the voice for the voiceless. We bring hope to the hopeless. We bring justice to the oppressed. No longer shall those without a voice go unheard. As long as there are those oppressed by corruption, we shall not be silent. Anonymous believes in nonviolent resistance and peaceful civil disobedience. If you are watching this broadcast, Anonymous wants to thank you. We have arrived. We are here. We are ready. Join us. We are Anonymous. We are Legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.